Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know in the last video that I did, I had promised that we'd probably be going through the book of Ephesians, doing just a Bible study on it. But I went through the book and I just I don't want to go through something just for the sake of going through it. I want to be able for us to have an in-depth teaching and understanding. In-depth sounds so big, but I really, as a person, I don't like just doing things for the sake of it. So once we are ready, or once I feel comfortable enough, um, or like not convicted, but like comfortable enough to do the study, I will be sure to do it. Again, greetings from me and my five head. I hope you guys are doing well. Anyway, for today, I was just, also just to say that we've just been having some uh, technical difficulties or other scheduling difficulties, so we've not been able to record like you remember last time, the cameras and all that, but in due time we're going to find time and record again together with the team that is Theography. Really amazing team. If you have any photography needs, videography needs, I would say that those are the people to turn to. Anyway, for today, I just wanted to share something. When I was getting married in 2018, um, sorry, excuse me, I was getting married in 2018. So when we got married, it's not like we were balling out of control. I had a small car job, like a decent car, small car job. My husband also had a small job. Rather he was working, he had started his pastoral journey, but it's not like we were being paid like money. And I remember one of the things sometimes when you're getting married, it's you need money to do these things. Like you have this budget, and you just have to figure a way to like talk to people, raise like you guys have been saving, and just all that. And so sometimes the money you have is not necessarily enough against your budget, right? And thank God for African culture, and let me say Kenyan culture because maybe it's not an African thing, where people are able to support one another, and that's something I pray is able to stand the test of time, even when my children grow up, to know just that Ubuntu spirit, undugu, right? It was undugu. Na inatuka na undugu, amani na uhuru. So it was undugu, that brotherhood of when your brother is down, it means you're also down. So let's help one another, right? Anyway, so when we're getting married, I was not really stressed about the budget because I was just like, whatever we'll get, we'll just do with it. But I also had faith. But anyway, this one night I have a dream. And now let's just start by saying I'm not necessarily a dreamer, like a prophetic dream or whatever, but once in a while, right? But I think this was one of the anyway point of the story. I remember I had this dream, and it's like we're outside a pizza shop, and it was just like me. But I remember looking at the board. There was like a board outside this pizza shop, and it had been written, and maybe I'm paraphrasing because I have it in my journal somewhere. So it was written, if you choose, the bill is on you. But if we choose, like the establishment, if we choose, the bill is on the house. And I was like, whoa, what? And so I woke up in the morning and God just placed it in my heart, like the interpretation of that dream. Of course, there are days you have dreams that don't really have meaning or whatever. But for this one, it's like I remember so vividly waking up in the morning and the Lord just telling me, if you decide to do things your own way for your wedding, then for sure the bill is going to be on you. It's going to be on you to make sure that everything happens. But if you trust in me and you should depend on me, I will surprise you with my goodness. And I was like, whoa. And so for me, I think that just changed the trajectory of my thinking, because I was just like, wow, like if I leave God, to be creative about this thing, to trust him enough with my life, to trust him enough with this big event, because like a wedding is such a big event. So to trust him enough with this big event for him to do all these things, then all the details of it will be on him. I remember one of the things that was so precious to me and something that I wanted during my wedding. was that, yeah, guys, come. I want it to be a day where love is celebrated, like marriages are restored again, the joy of marriage, right? Especially in a Kenyan culture where sometimes you look at people being married and it looks painful. It looks like people are just suffering through this marriage thing, and marriage is amazing. Notwithstanding, it has challenges and all that, but just that awe and that love of one another, that you enjoy your partner even in your old age, that in every season of your life, in the highs and in the lows, there's still that desire of you guys to walk together, like the way we watch movies and we see people growing old and gray, and they are walking along the beach together. So it's not just a fantasy. I believe that that's also God's um just heart for marriages, that we need to love one another and enjoy one another, right? And so I had a desire that during my wedding, like there would be so much joy, that love again, like this married, I don't know what love it is, but like, is it filial? Like this love again would be reestablished in people's hearts and minds. And then also, I just wanted that the presence of God would just be so evident and so tangible, and that people would really see the Lord. Yeah, and that everyone who comes will just have a good time and enjoy. And so, anyway, the point of the story is just that I remember just being like, okay, God, you do your thing. And so I remember after my wedding, there was this couple, they were about to get married. They got married the following year. And then she told me, and I'd not even shared with 30 people out there or whatever, this is my dream or pray, blah, blah. So I remember one of the ladies who, like, she's a family friend, she just told me, wow, Sonny, I came for your wedding, and the one thing for sure was that there was so much joy and the presence of God was evident. And that humbled me, because I was like, that's exactly it. That's what I had wanted for my wedding. um but I also left the details to God. I didn't want to curate a thing. I was just like, God, you do your thing. My wedding, use my wedding however you're going to use my wedding for your glory. Hey, my wedding is like I got married alone. Our wedding for your glory. And so, yeah. So I just remember that dream and I was like, wow, what if we really trusted God to do what He says He would do? What if we really trusted God to um, sort out the details of our lives, that to trust God that when we give our lives to Him, that He has good plans for us, um, and that He will work all things out for our good, and that um, when He has the details, Him, like the details of it or the problems or the challenges of it, they're on Him. But when we take the problems or we take the challenges or the issues of life into our own hands, of course we're going to stumble along the way, because we don't have that grace, we don't have that strength or capacity um to do things like God. You get what I mean? Yeah. And then also, I think just remembering that dream has really just humbled me, and it's really just I was asking myself, where did my wonder, like my awe, I used to have this awe for God and wonder when I was, yeah, like I had this, just my eyes were like this song by Amanda Cook, like my eyes were wide eyed and mystified. Like I was just like a child before the Lord. I trusted the Lord for things, and I just used to have joy unspeakable, just loving the Lord, walking with the Lord. And I think just growing up, the issues of life, it makes me want to cry. Hey, but it's okay. But the issues of life just make us so independent of God. The issues of life make us like we lose sight of Jesus and we lose sight of God, that we start thinking we have to make these things work by our own strength. Man, Lord, I'm sorry. And anyway, oh Lord, I want to go back to those days of just trusting the Lord fully, and just being full of joy, without without pressure, without anxiety, just trusting that God will do what He needs to do. Anyway, may God bless you guys. May He keep you. May you trust God again. And if you've never trusted God, maybe this is a challenge to us to just give it to God. When we choose our own things, the bill is on us, the details of it is on us. But when we trust the Lord, the details of it, the bill is on Him. So, hey, let's trust the Lord again. All right, bye, guys. Have an awesome weekend. God bless you and keep you, and see you next week. Bye.